What is residual income? That's the question I'm going to answer today, because most of you guys watching this video are looking for an understanding of residual income. Plus, I'm actually going to give you guys a list of 17 residual income ideas, the best ideas that I could come up with. So stay tuned for that. Before we get into this though, I want to make sure that you guys understand that residual income and passive income are two different things. I'm going to go into passive income on another video series later, but residual income and passive income are not the same thing, even though people tend to use these words to mean the same thing. So what is passive income, what is residual income? Well, there's actually multiple definitions of residual income. The first definition, that is probably the most commonly used definition, is actually used with personal finance. So the way that they describe residual income is when you get paid and you pay all your bills, what is left over is residual income. Now, the reality of it is that most of us have experience with that kind of residual income, and we call it expendable income because that's your excess that you would spend if you paid all your bills and you were like, hey, I want to go out to eat or I want to go watch a movie. That's what you would be spending from, and it's definitely not the same as what most of us mean when we think of residual income. The actual definition, or at least the definition that really means something to most of us, is income that is recurring, right? So you make this income on into the future, even after the work is done. So for example, when you have residual income, you can do work one time, right? So you might write a book or something like that, which we'll go into a little bit more later. And if that book continues to sell for years to come, then you make money for years to come. So residual income is something that is essentially you get paid regardless of the amount of time and effort that it took for you to make that residual income asset, is what we're going to call it, because that's really what it is. It's an asset for you and your business. So what are some of the best ways that you can get started with residual income? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I'm going to show you guys 17 different residual income ideas that you can use to start building residual income. And to be honest with you, it's technically more than 17, but I just said 17 because some of them are so closely related that I didn't want to fluff you guys and give you like, oh, here's 22 or of the best ideas or 21 of the best ideas. I just figured why not just cut it a little short. And actually there's more than these 17, but for the sake of keeping this video not super long, I wanted to just keep it to the gist, the basics of what some residual income ideas were. So, first of all, you have ebooks, right? In books, you can write a book, right? Publish it yourself through Amazon and basically make money. Also, ebooks. What I didn't put up here is you can also use these books that you write, turn them into an audio book by either reading it out loud and recording it on something called Audible, right? I think it's called Audible, but it's a software where you can record your voice and you just read it into a voice recording program and then publish that as an audio book. You can also do podcasts. So podcasts make money essentially by selling advertising space. When you do a podcast, you get paid. So if you find, now here's the thing, what makes this a little bit more difficult is that you have to go out and find your advertisers ahead of time so that you can make sure that you get paid every time you do a podcast. But once you have them, you only need like three to five, let's say, people who are going to sponsor your podcast. And just for example, if you do a weekly podcast and they're going to pay you $100 per podcast, then you could make up to $500 per week per podcast And that's just essentially from doing your podcast. So now you have YouTube, right? YouTube is a lot more of a residual business because the advertising that you have for YouTube, you don't have to find the advertisers. So all you really have to do is create a YouTube video and get to the point where you have over 1,000 subscribers and I think over 4,000 minutes viewed within a year's period. And they actually give you access to the partner program. Once you're a partner on YouTube, then you can put on Google Ads so that you can make money from ads being shown on your videos. Number 4, you have training courses. Now, if you release training courses, these training courses can be sold while you're asleep, right? And that's the beauty of releasing training courses, is that once you do the course, as long as you don't have to update any of the content on the course, you can be making money constantly around the clock without having to worry about it. And that can go on for years and years and years. You can sell photos, right? So if you are a photographer, you can take nature photos because they are always being looked for. You can also take photos of the city. You can take action photos, like photos that are based on something that people are typically searching for. All right, and then you go on to these various websites online where you can sell your photos. Affiliate marketing, which is something that I covered in detail in another playlist, which if you are interested in watching that playlist, you can just go and find the playlist on my homepage at YouTube. But essentially with affiliate marketing, you find somebody else's product, you promote that product through various different ways, and as long as you are promoting it consistently, your income will grow. And not only that, if you decide, okay, I'm not going to promote today, it can be residual. Now, it takes a while for it to be residual, so you have to be consistent on your promotion, or you just have to know how to pay for advertising the right way in order to get affiliate marketing to become residual a little bit faster. It's a little bit more difficult when you pay for advertising because you have to have the skill, but it's worth learning the skill. So next we have dropshipping. Dropshipping is essentially where you find a product online that is a in-person product. So for example, I'm just going to reach over here. Let's say that you found this product, right? This is just a notepad and it's got like a leather case on it. If you found that product online, what you would do as a drop shipper is basically you would go on Amazon or eBay or something like that, probably eBay, list the product up there, let's say for $20, somebody buys it for $20, you buy it for $5, and then you keep the difference and ship it to them. That's drop shipping. People have been doing drop shipping for ages. Before the internet was invented, there was drop shipping. So that's a great way of creating a residual income. Now, here's the caveat. You still have to do some work, right? Because you have to actually ship the product to people's houses. There are certain ways to do it without shipping the product by hand, which means that you would have to build a website specifically made to drop ship people's products. Not going to go too deep into that. That's how it would have to be done if you want to make it more residual. Number 8, network marketing. Network marketing is by far, I would say, in my opinion, probably one of the best ways to at least become, the best ways to get involved with a residual income business or opportunity is through network marketing. Now, the reason why is because it allows you to build a team. As I spoke about before in a video about affiliate marketing versus network marketing, you do have to have some skills about leadership, sales, so on and so forth. And it's a business. So network marketing is a great way to build a residual income, but it takes time, just like everything else. Number 9, e-commerce. E-commerce is a lot like drop shipping, where you are selling products from your website. It's residual in the fact that you can be making money without having to do the work at the time, but it's not residual in the fact that you're going to have to reorder products. You're going to have to basically it's a real business, and so it's less residual, meaning that it's less likely for until you build a brand for that business to be 100% hands off for you, right? Once you have systems in place that take you out of doing the work, then it's 100% residual, and that's really your goal. Amazon FBA. Amazon FBA is essentially e-commerce where you buy products, send them to Amazon, and maintain a listing. This is actually e-commerce without a website. Now, the good thing about doing Amazon FBA is that it's residual a lot faster because Amazon has the traffic, Amazon has the product, so you don't have to worry about shipping every time that you make a sale. Only thing you have to worry about is making sure Amazon has your product in stock so that you don't lose opportunities to make money. All right. Now, the bad thing about it is that Amazon FBA is extremely popular, and so you're gonna have a little bit harder of a time doing it now than you would have maybe 2-3 years ago, but it's still worth it if you're just starting out and you have money to invest to buy products in bulk and then ship to Amazon. Number 11, softwares, plugins, and themes. These are great ways to make residual income simply because software people typically pay on a monthly basis. Same thing with plugins, especially if they're plugins for like WordPress or their business, and themes like for, let's say for Shopify or for WordPress. These are great ways to make residual income. Now, what will end up happening is that people will use your product for a specific period of time and then fall off. So what you're going to end up doing is releasing quite a few of these over a short period of time, or just improving it constantly. One of the plugins that I consistently use is Yoast, that improves constantly. I also have a theme that I've purchased about 2 years ago that I have to pay, I think it's like $70 every year to keep access to the, to the support. But it's a great way to make residual income. Number 12, you have membership sites. Basically, you give people content and they pay you on a monthly basis or a weekly basis. Now, usually it's monthly, but now here's the thing. With a membership site, the content has to be excellent. Right? It has to be content that isn't served everywhere. So most of the time what people do with that is they give you access to products. They give you all kinds of bonuses for being in a membership site because they want to keep you longer. All right. Now with membership sites, people do tend to fall off around 3 to 6 months. So you have to continually replace the people who fall off. Same thing with subscription boxes, number 13. Even though this is more of a new thing, people will deliver, for example, clothes or, supplies, for like the house or stuff like that. So this is something that's newer, but subscription boxes are a great way to get started. You also have blogs and niche sites. So this is a much more general way of getting started. This is actually how most people start with affiliate marketing. Right? But a blog gives you multiple ways of making income, what I call multiple streams of income, right? So you can use ads, you can use affiliate, you can use your own products, you can use various different ways of making money. And as long as you learn the skill of SEO, or you learn how to drive traffic from other sites, blogging and niche sites are a great way to get started with making residual income online. All right, licensing. Now, licensing is something where you have to have a brand that's kind of built, it's kind of a stronger brand, but you can license out your name, the name of your business, for other people's products. For example, Mickey Mouse t-shirts, most of them are licensed. Now, licensing fees, you might get 5-10% maybe. 10% if you have an extremely, big brand. 5% is really, it's pushing it. But if you can get a brand that's built, licensing is a great way to make money. It's also how franchises make most of their money. Number 16, you have apps. So like apps on the phone, They make money through ads or by people buying them. Excellent residual income. It's kind of like having a niche site, but it's a lot better. And then finally, you have dividend investing. So dividend investing is my way of investing in stocks. There's also other ways of making dividend income. For example, there's something called Fundrise. I have no experience with Fundrise, but I've heard a lot about it. Haven't heard great things, haven't heard bad things. It's kind of in the middle. So if you want to try that, it's up to you. Ultimately, here's the thing I want you to know. All the ones that I starred, those actually require you to know something about business, right? And so in the next video, I'm actually going to share with you how you can get started with building a residual income online or offline, okay? So stay tuned for that. Hopefully you guys gain something from this video. In the comments, I want you guys to leave a comment and answer this question for me. What residual income idea did you think fits you the best, okay? Which one do you think is best suited for you? And I'll see you guys on the next video. Hopefully you gained something from this. Mike Malborough signing out. See ya.